3-0 versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in Week 4. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This is Royce Freeman, second-year man from Oregon. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, but it'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Let's get it. Let's go. Now the wolf. Mike 45. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves... with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Check, 47. We want this.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
On 2nd down now, it's Freeman. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. 63 yards on the ground.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsay, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
2nd down and goal. Flacco. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Josh Allen in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Operating out of the gun. Flacco toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he takes it all the way, but there is laundry on the field. A flag is down, and I think this one's coming back.
I agree.
Here we go. It's already ended. Come on. Mike, what you want? Mike, what you want? Hey, let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Terrell Pryor that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Fournette running out of the gun. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch that?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter play. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Jackson now. And that's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses, It's understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Fielded at the 20. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. A reminder coming up tonight, a tough ticket in New Orleans. The Cowboys in town to take on the Saints on Sunday Night Football. Then tomorrow night, Charles and I, we go to Pittsburgh. Bengals and Steelers, two teams, well, they don't like each other very much. That's well documented. That starts at 8:15 Eastern as we close out the month of September.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
To throw again on second down. Flacco. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Monday. Switch.
On first and 10, it's Lindsey. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. On first down, right back to Lindsey. And dropped at the 35, but able to display some strength on the run. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From the 35 on second down. Flacco, complete out right to Jake Butt. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Yellow.
On first down, Lindsey. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On second and goal, Flacco. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Deshaun Hamilton, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos will extend their lead. McManus's point after is good, and the lead grows to 10-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want a way to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. D.D. Westbrook is intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down. Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 43-yard line.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really
That's caught at the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Now Leonard Fournette. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
From the 45 on second down, Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And McManus able to put it through. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they will start out in great shape up very close to midfield. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, watch the slant. Check 31, check 31. Check, lucky.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Jackson on first down. Caught here by Conley. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Adam Gotsis, the Aussie, with a sack.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? 51. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here's a second and 5 now from the 25.
Here we go. Gun. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Flacco looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
First and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
On the double. Mike 47. Let's go, D. Let's go.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Check.
They'll run it again with Fournette. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Conley's got it over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. They run with Pumphrey, and he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Go, go. Check. Check 27. Eyes on 27.
Jackson. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. It's a gain of 5. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And it is incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Monday. Too wide.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Hey, Monday. Right.
They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. Oh, he's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Emmanuel Sanders, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. McManus's point after is good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready, second ring, Mike 47. I don't think you got it, son.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Looking left side, that's complete to Oliver. A big pickup of 38. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
A pass complete here to Conley. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And between the last two plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Bring it.
To throw again. Jackson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
No. Show it up. Check 26, check 26. Kill. Squeeze. Hey, turn it out. Ball trot. Set.
On third down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete as well. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
The kick by Lambeau is good, but hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. The roughing the kicker called on fourth down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk on both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. D.D. Westbrook, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Josh Lambeau now for the point after. It's up and good, and it makes it 27-7 now.
Broncos 27, Jaguars 7. Josh Lambeau, the kickoff for Jacksonville.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
28. Right, 44. Watch the curve. Monday. That's flat.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And they're able get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Check safety. Rewind.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. To the 40 and no further, so the razzle-dazzle didn't get him much. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Here we go again. Here we go again. Gun. Check 13. Check 13.
On second down, it's Lindsey. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check three. Check three. Check three. You're over here. You're over here.
On third down, here's Lindsey. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10.
I'm going to run you over.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be third down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. To throw is Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Broncos are close to finishing off this football game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Check 52.
Flacco on the give to Lindsey. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. The scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for the Broncos, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.